knife.
Put it down in the real, that's just my game, no, they act the same. Start feeling they suck, start acting up. Some throwing elbows, said back it up. Tell my homies on the track, let's wrap it up.
Welcome back, Rejects. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Zach.
And today we have a theory video on
Justice League Part 2.
Part 2. So at the end of Justice League, there were 2 end credit scenes. Now the one we're going to be talking about today is actually the one where Lex Luthor escapes the prison that he was in. In the end credit scene, it shows Lex Luthor on his private yacht, and you get a close-up shot of the back of Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, the mercenary slash assassin. Now, Lex Luthor actually asked Deathstroke to meet him for sort of a, what would you call it?
I'd say it's like a meeting.
What he was basically proposing to Deathstroke is that all of these DC characters, all of the big heroes, have come together to form their own league, their own Justice League. So Lex Luthor decides, you know, the heroes have a league, you know, why wouldn't the villains have their own league, the Legion of Doom? And so that's what we're here to talk about today. Zach and I both have come up with our top 5 members that we would like to see in the next Justice League movie, our characters that we would like to see in the Legion of Doom. So without further ado, let's get into it. So at number 5 from my list, I have Cheetah. Cheetah was actually a former archaeologist named Barbara Minerva. And on one of her explorations, she came in contact with Plant God. Barbara actually sold her soul to this plant god, and in return, this plant god, out of all things, turned her into a cheetah. That's all, folks. It's pretty funny seeing a plant god turn someone into an animal. She was transformed and became the arch-villain Cheetah.
And at my number 5, I have the Wonder Woman villain also, her arch-enemy Circe. Circe is an ancient, nearly immortal sorceress of incredible power. She is the arch-enemy of Wonder Woman. She's known for her incredible magic skills and her ability to fight Wonder Woman hand-on-hand, even with her old god powers. And I think she would be a perfect magic user for the movies. She's probably one of the strongest Wonder Woman villains, so she'd be a perfect match against her.
And at number 4, I have for my list, King Shark. So King Shark is a humanoid, half shark, half human hybrid with all of the same intelligence as a normal human being would have, but also has all of the skills that a normal shark would. He can smell blood miles away, he can swim underwater, he can breathe underwater, he has incredible super speed underwater, and the reason I picked him as my number 4 is because I think he would be a perfect match to go up against Aquaman in kind of an underwater battle scene, maybe in Atlantis or somewhere else in the ocean.
So my number 4, I have Aquaman's arch-enemy, Black Manta. Black Manta first appeared in Aquaman issue number 35, and he's turned out to be one of Aquaman's strongest enemy he has ever had to fight. He is the arch-enemy of Aquaman. There's no definitive origin story for Black Manta yet. We'll be first seeing him in the new Aquaman movie coming up, so he'll definitely be in the DCEU universe before they reconstruct it. He has pretty much the similar powers to Aquaman. He has strength, endurance, he can resist the cold and go to the deepest depths in the water. He's basically the strongest and probably best opponent for Aquaman to be in the new Justice League movie.
And at number 3, we have Sinestro, the infamous Yellow Lantern, arch rival of Green Lantern / Hal Jordan. We both picked Sinestro as our top 3rd pick. The reason I picked Sinestro is because he's a member of the Yellow Lantern Corps, and the Yellow Lantern Corps is famous for fear, for making people fearful and striking fear into the hearts of, well, basically their enemies. So I thought, why not put him on this league, because if he can strike fear into people's hearts, then he can do not just Hal Jordan's Green Lantern, but also the entire Justice League, and make them fearful of his power and what he is able to do.
Yep. Covered all the points.
And at number 2 for my list, I have the one and only Black Adam. So Black Adam is actually the rival of Shazam, or some people know him Captain Marvel. So Black Adam was actually a corrupt ancient Egyptian predecessor to Shazam. And he was actually mad and angry with Shazam for taking over the rights to rule Egypt at the time. And Black Adam was not having any part of that, basically. And so he made it his personal vendetta to make Shazam pay for not letting him live up to his rightful rule of Egypt. And the thing that he brings to the table is he basically has godlike powers and immortality. And he can actually control lightning and electricity. So I feel like that would be a pretty cool power to go up against Shazam with, since Shazam basically has the same powers and is the good version of Black Adam.
So for my number 2, I have Batman's most infinite villain, the Joker, as everyone knows him, or Red Hood, as a earlier rendition of him in the Killing Joke comics. The Joker is a criminal mastermind, as most people know him. He's played by Jared Leto in the DCEU, probably one of the worst renditions of him. He first appeared in Batman issue 1 in 1940. He's known for looking like a clown. He's got a great personality, and I think he's probably going to be a great comic relief character or just serious character, depending on what they do in the movie.
And at number 1, we have the Reverse Flash, the infamous time-traveling speedster, arch rival of Barry Allen, the Flash. So the reason that Reverse Flash is our top number 1 pick is because as a speedster, the powers that you have are so incredibly OP and incredible. You have the ability to go back in time, go to the future, you can erase people from existence, you can throw lightning, you can hand phase people, and just the possibilities the DCEU could take with Reverse Flash and execute him in the movie is unbelievable. And I feel that if they, put Reverse Flash in this movie, he would be a very OP character, and he would probably be leading this team right alongside Deathstroke and Lex Luthor.
Okay, covered all my points. Good job.
Chicka chicka. All right, and those were our top 5 picks for who we would like to see in the Legion of Doom for the next Justice League movie. Make sure you guys stick around next time where we cover the Flash and Arrow mid-season finale from the CW. This is the Real Rejects signing off.
Someone's Infinity War?